Hey, what's your secret? You got the kind of vibe that leaves me speechless. It could be model multitasking genius, yeah, you got it all. Hey, what's your story? A kick-ass mom and 40 under 40. A soccer practice in your high heel glory, yeah, you do it all. Hey, buttercup, won't you listen up? I'm a woman, stronger than what you would believe. Way more than what's plain to see. You either got it or you don't. I'm a woman, just what's what I'm about to do. Wouldn't get in my way if I was you. You either get it or you don't. Hey, tell me something. How do you do it all while never budging? You rule the world but make it look like nothing. Such a boss. Hey, true or false? It take about 20 men to do your job. The kingdom never fails when there's a queen in charge. Girl, don't stop. Hey, buttercup, won't you listen up? I'm a woman, stronger than what you would believe. Way more than what's plain to see. You either got it or you don't. I'm a woman, just what's what I'm about to do. Wouldn't get in my way if I was you. You either get it or you don't. I'm a woman. You either got it or you don't. I'm a woman. You either get it or you don't. You better know there's no one out there as strong. If you went around, then nothing would ever get done. You better be proud of the way that you are. Come on, and raise a little X love. I'm a woman, stronger than what you would believe. Way more than what's plain to see. You either got it or you don't. I'm a woman, just watch what I'm about to do. Wouldn't get in my way if I was you. You either get it or you don't. I'm a woman. You either got it or you don't. I'm a woman, just watch what I'm about to do. Wouldn't get in my way if I was you. You either get it or you don't. I'm a woman.
Don't wanna get closer. If you're playing with my mind, it ain't fair. Don't wanna spend my energy. Get my attention if yours ain't there. I don't wanna give you the best of me. If you're just gonna give the rest, you see, I don't play the long game unless I'm your end game, babe. Don't you do it to me what you wouldn't want somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule, we won't have no problems. Hey, don't you go making a fool of me. Don't make no mistake loving you. But if you're running around on me, let me spell it out for you. ITGAS. If I'm not the one you're missing, the one you wanna call when you're feeling low, I'm not the only one you're kissing, and I don't care, I don't care. The one you're looking for in the crowd, the one that calms your mind when it gets too loud. If I'm not the one you want around, then I don't care, I don't care. IDGAS, nah. While you're making other plans, it ain't right. Not gonna waste my time on someone who can prioritize. I don't wanna give you the best of me if you're just gonna give the rest. You see, I don't play the long game unless I'm your end game, babe. So don't you do it to me, but you wouldn't want somebody to do to you. Follow the golden rule, and we won't have no problems. Hey, 1, 2, 3. If I'm not the one you're missing, the one you wanna call when you feel low, I'm not the only one you're kissing, and I don't give a, I don't give a. The one you're looking for in the crowd, the one to calm your mind when it gets too loud. If I'm not the one you want around, then I don't give a, I don't give a. IDGAF, nuh-uh. IDGAF, nuh-uh. IDGAF, nuh-uh. IDGAF, nuh-uh.
When I feel lost, I don't feel afraid, 'cause I've been around this enough to lift the chain. What does it cost for you to feel free? Take it in your stride, try to stay the night and breathe. Ooh, I know you think it's all figured out, but things change, but things change. Even when it hurts, hold on to what you know. Even when it burns, it's never gonna burn you down. You can take it all, so take whatever comes your way, 'cause you're strong. Stronger than you know, stronger than when you feel caught out. Don't let the words let you drown. Take all of the sound, throw it to the wind. All of it is noise, trying to throw you off your track. Don't let it win, don't let it turn back. Ooh, I know you think it's all figured out, but things change. Get ready for the change. But even if it hurts, hold on to what you know. Even when it burns, it's never gonna burn you down. You can take it all, so take whatever comes your way, 'cause you're strong, 'cause you're strong. Even if it hurts, hold on to what you know. Even when it burns, it's never gonna burn you down. You can take it all, take whatever comes your way. 'Cause you're strong, yeah, you're stronger than you know. Strong, stronger than you know. Strong. But even if it hurts, hold on to what you know. Even when it burns, it's never gonna burn you down. You can take it all, so take whatever comes your way, 'cause you're strong.
Hello, guess who it is? It's me. Anyone know who I am? I'm Danielle. Okay, good introduction. Well, I'm glad you all can show up. We have a spooky or maybe not spooky, depending on what type of group we have here, adventure story going on today. So, real quick question for the chat: does anyone know what a text adventure story is? If not, I have some games we can play. That's why I'm asking. I'm gonna put a very popular text adventure story in the chat if anyone wants to check it out. Let me get it. I've already started this one, but this is a good adventure story. I don't know if this will give you my unsaved progress or if this will start a brand new game for you all, but this is a very popular text adventure game called Zork. And the idea here is just like it's like reading, but the user gets to put in decisions. We can go more into that later. Other than that, how are we all doing? How is let me hear about the guilds. I always ask this. What guilds do we have? And speaking of guilds, if you have one, make sure you check in. Because if you don't check in, you don't get any points. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to be using Python. Feel free. So this is a very open adventure thing. Feel free to just use a different language. Feel free to use a completely different story than what I am doing. I wrote up the first scene of a story that I started last night to get everyone started, and I'm gonna send you all my GitHub link to that story. Oh, I should have pulled this up ahead of time, but I'm gonna open my GitHub link because I started a story for everyone to download and play, and then I was going to build off of this story further. But if you don't want to follow me, feel free to completely do something completely different. Because this is just a fun workshop. This is a fun workshop to get your creativity juices flowing. But this is my GitHub link. So this is all really just to get your juices flowing. Nothing nothing very technical. I'm assuming people have basic Python knowledge, but Python is just like any other language, but quite high level, so it should be quite easy. I'm going to share my screen so I can show the... Yeah, so I just shared with you all. Oh, wait, first, before we even talk about that, make sure you all check in. You can go to the link that I have listed right down here, and then you can log in right over here, and then you log in, and then you register, and you check in. That's it. Yeah, so then... And then this is a little bit Zork. You can see this is a conversation I've had already. You see, can you start at the beginning? Whatever. You can see they start with just saying there's a small mailbox here, a rubber mat saying welcome to Zork. So then there are certain keywords you should just know, like check, examine, open, read, things like that. And it literally just lets the user use full creativity. It's like the user is a person inside of the book. So what I shared in the chat, the last thing, was my GitHub link. So the GitHub link will bring you to right here, which I have a README file, which is just ignore that. I'm going to fill that in later. And then I have a little bit of starter code. Don't look at what the starter code says because it will spoil your adventure story. But if you want to download the starter code, you can just you can clone it, or you can just literally copy paste this file. Just copy it all, put in your VS Code or something. Here, and let me stop sharing this screen and share this screen. Ooh, it's my Android Studio. That is not my... Here we go. Let's try this again. Window. There we go. So this is the Python code. Don't read the text. Don't read the text. But if you run it, then that's how you're gonna play it. So I'm gonna walk you through my little tutorial. Feel free to like put whatever answer you want me to say, but it starts with like this is just like how a general easy text story thing goes. I did this because a lot of like the beginner text things are kind of hard to understand and like really difficult because the idea is like it's a puzzle and the user has to figure out how to get out. But this is just like my first scene for like the one I want to be writing today. So it starts like this. It says, "Hello, welcome to my game. Wahahaha. My name is Danielle. Danielle from MLH." I'm going to zoom in even more because it looks like this is too tiny. Control Shift plus. Danielle from MLH, and I prepared a beginner text adventure for you all. Use this to learn how text adventures work and to inspire yours. Are you ready to begin? So now, you see, I didn't say exactly what to say here, but like a user can infer that the proper answer is yes. If they say something like no, then I can put a snarky answer in there where it's like, okay, well, we have nothing to do, so you better say yes, or something like that. I just didn't type that in because I didn't have time. But if the user says yes, and I have it written so that they can say like multiple varieties of things. But for example, are you ready to begin? I say yes. Then it continues with excellent. You wake up in a room. The text-based adventure in text-based adventures, you can use commands like L to look around and X with an item name to examine an item. Other common keywords include, but are not limited to, push, pull, open, read, and take. So what do you want to do? So now it just opens up the user to do literally whatever they want. So like let's say the user wants to look around, you do L and it says, you look around the room, you see a door and a mirror. What would you like to do? It just continues back to what would you like to do at every point. And I can show you how I wrote this code in a sec. But I'll give you all like a chance to play with this. Feel free to type in the chat if you want me to try to do a specific thing. But your first goal is just to get out of your own bedroom. Also, I hope you all remembered your waters. Sponsored by Big Water. This workshop, I'm aiming to go more for like an hour, and then hopefully we can like, I'm aiming for about an hour on this workshop. Maybe we'll take a break at like 35 minutes. I don't know. Also, let me see if I can show you all here. I got a new fridge. See? Well, it's not a fridge, it's a wine cooler, but I'm using it to store my fruit because I don't have wine. And highlighting some other pictures I have on my wall. That's my dog, but it's in painting form. And then that's a computer, also painted. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My Blahaj is behind my monitor on my bed. So I'll stand up maybe during break time to introduce him to the whole crowd. So let's go into what do we want to do. So for my little text adventure, let's say now that we've looked around, we can highlight a few items that you can potentially look. Because I said you see a door and a mirror. So the whole idea of text adventures is you want to interact with items. So we have this door. So let's do X door, meaning I want to examine the door. It just says it's your bedroom door. Notice how I didn't like go through the bedroom door or anything. That's just because I examined it. You have to use other keywords like open to actually go through the door. And then like if you get a book, you would want to read it. And again, like you usually don't tell the user all the words of what they can do. The idea is they have to use their own creativity to figure it out. But a big thing here is we don't use the word use. You never do like use this item because use isn't descriptive enough. How do I want to use the item? Like for example, if I add a key and it's like use key, Where do I want to use the key? Am I unlocking a door? Am I unlocking a chest? You never know. So what do we want to do? Well, let's examine the mirror. And then this is like the cute start. It says, you look in the mirror, you see your long neck and brown spots on your yellow fur. You look at your sparkly colors fluctuate around your body. You are Jean the glitchy giraffe. Dun dun dun. That's the plot twist. You're Jean. I'm trying to reel you all in with a little twist. So now, if you haven't gotten from all my hints, we'd want to open the door. And then that's all I've written so far. It's you open the door and you are now in the woods outside of your house. So that's basically how these work. So I said I wrote it in Python. If you want to write a completely different story or if you want to write it in a completely different language, feel free. I'm literally just doing this to I'm just doing it in Python because I like Python. Honestly haven't coded in Java in like forever. So I really don't remember how to do it. And Python's always like my favorite language. So how I wrote this code is I have this big master function called define game, and then at the bottom you can see like game. It just runs the function. So again, I'm assuming everyone has Python knowledge or just basic coding knowledge. So correct me if I'm wrong, but like just let me know if I need to break it down even further. But I have this main function game that controls everything, and then I just call the function at the very end, and this is the only function that gets called in the main file. Everything else gets called through game. And I only have 3 functions so far. We have start, and then we go into the different scenes, scene 1 and scene 2. And I'm just going to move through it like that. So the start function is just my general introductory sentence. It says like, that's where I printed all my intro, like you all saw. And then I had start equals false. And then while start does not equal yes, we keep asking them again, are you ready to begin? That's why when I said no, it said like, are you ready to begin again? And since I don't want to limit the user to just saying yes, I check if their value is Y, true, or yeah. So if I run it again and it says, are you ready to begin? A user can say true and it would still run the story. So one thing I mentioned that I wanted to code in is I wanted to do if start, if they say something like no or like nah or something like that, then I wanted to do it. If I wanted to print, what should we say? What's something snarky we can say back at them? Um, okay. And then we'll just ask them again. And let's also put maybe in here. Honestly, if they say anything but yes, we should just ask them again. So we're just gonna say else. That's my little twist. Okay. So let's run it again and check. So are you ready to begin? Yes. That works. And then are you ready to begin? I don't know. It's gonna be like, okay. Are you ready to begin now? And let's even take this out. And let's change it to say, are you ready to begin now? So it changes the second time that you ask. Oh no, wait, we have to move this to the end. Otherwise it's going to ask 2 times at the beginning. Here we go. Let's see. Are you ready to begin? No. Are you ready to begin now? Still no. Are you ready to begin now? No, no, no. Okay, yeah, it works. And then I say yes, and then continues. But feel free to be like snarky and fun with it. And if anyone else creates like a completely different story, I'd be really curious to see what it's like. So feel free to drop me your GitHub link because I will check it out. And then maybe if you finish it before this finishes, then I can pull it in and do it now. Okay, on to scene two. So right now, this is where we can really get creative because creativity is super important for computer scientists, for hackathons. Because you think about it, like we're constantly trying to be innovative, we're constantly trying to find solutions, and being technically skillful is great, but you get to the true entrepreneurial level of it when you have full creativity of everything. So how I was imagining this, at least, is I was imagining and feel free to like drop in suggestions if you think that Gene should do something else or just like anything else along the way. But how I was imagining it is that Gene would like run into all the different mascots. Like it can run into Ellie and Ellie can want help doing something and then Gene can help with that. For example, let's see, who would need help? Let's say Bit the Bot is all like, hey, I need help. I wanted this apple from on top of the tree or something. And the bot's not a good person for this because Bit wouldn't want to eat an apple because he's a robot. But if someone like wanted to eat an apple, then like then like Jean could use like her long neck to pull the apple off from the tree. So like from here we want to give the user as many options as possible, and we also want the I didn't give Gene like an overall goal. I think the goal should be to help of each of the each of the different mascots. So I think we should have several different paths, and let's say like we can start with two paths to keep things simple. Like it can go we'll have Gene people usually use north, south, east, and west as directions. So if we map this out, I'm thinking, can I make a new let's get a re, let's get a text file, map.txt. So I'm thinking we can map this out where Gene's house, this is the start point, the house is down here. And then so right now Gene is standing like right here in front of the house. This is scene 2, right in front of the house. And then we can have the options to go to the left to help Frankie the ferret. Yeah, so on the left we're going to be able to help Frankie, but then on the right over here our goal is going to help Ellie. Ooh, someone did post a good question. Should we store the inventory in a checklist? So this is a really good question because inventories are a super important thing inside these text-based story games, and storing it in a list sounds great to me because one of the common commands will be like if the user types inventory, we list all the things in their inventory, and that's actually something that I should write in the code. So thank you for reminding that. And we'll probably want to make that a global variable because the inventory should be available regardless of what scene we're in. So global inventory equals an empty list. Wait, do we do that here? No, we do inventory equals this empty list. And then we should always have, I'm thinking, is there a way we can have a list of things that always should be asked? Maybe we should have a function that is like common asks at the very top. And we can define that. Let's define it right below start. So let's define a function called common uh, asks, where we have the same answer regardless of the scene. And then let's do the first one as if, say, if action. Then we're going to pass in the action that they want to do. If action equals inventory, or if action in the list, which is where the first string is inventory and the second string is I, then we want to print for item in inventory print item. And we're going to say print you have this in your inventory. There we go. So if the user asks, types in inventory or I, then it's going to say you have this in your inventory, and then it's going to go through all the items in your inventory, which of course they have nothing there now. Let's go put some sample values in there now. Let's say like they have a key or they have rope. Then we can just call this at the beginning right here. Common as, and then put action in. So now let's see if this works. Ready to begin? Yes. What do you want to do? Inventory. It does not work. So it does say you have this in your inventory, but then it says inventory not defined. Maybe I just need to call global here. Global inventory. That there. Yes. Inventory. Not like that. Okay, global inventory. Because inventory is global up here. We defined it already in. Oh. Do we need to define it global here? Why are we so far out? Shift tab. Try that. Yes. Inventory. Okay. So now it's going through the list and it's saying key, rope, what else? Okay. So now that we know that that works and that it'll work every time, let me double check that it actually works every time. Ready to begin? Yes. What do you want to do? Check my inventory. I want to look around and I want to check my inventory. Okay. So this all works. And now we have an easy function so we don't have to type that in every single scene. And let's also do that with, oh no, look is going to be different every scene, so we can't do it with look. Okay, so then at the beginning of the scene 2, you are outside the woods in your house. Oh yeah, so the map was we're gonna have Frankie on Jean's left, and then Ellie on the right, and so we're gonna give the user 2 options. So let's do while. So we're gonna do the same thing as before. And I wanted to highlight that I always use dot lower here. So even if the user capitalizes their sentence, then we don't have to worry about that because it'll just generalize it. So we're going to do while scene is done equals false. What do you want to do? And then if the action, and then of course we want to do the common asks. And if the action equals, oop, I ran it, equals look, then we're going to print what is available. So now, since Ellie is standing outside, and I'm going to say there's a path to your left and right. Your left and right. Directly ahead of you, there's nothing but trees. Wait, I'm going to say to your east and west because that's what they usually use. This makes it easier in like the terms of putting together a map. But there's a path to your east and west. Um, your the door to your home is behind you. Here we go. And then we're gonna have to have two actions here. Action equals E in list of, and I'm gonna give two options. I'm gonna allow them to type E for east or east as a word. So if they choose to go east, then we're gonna run Frankie scene. And then we're gonna do if they choose to go west. Oops, I keep accidentally running it. If they choose to go west, then we're gonna run the Ellie scene. Okay. Awesome. So now oh wait, instead of doing that, let me see. I guess this works. I'm thinking about if this is if having them just embedded in here and not in this main game menu is going to cause any problems in the future. But I say we just go for it and figure it out. We don't even know how far we're going to make it. But so let's start with the Frankie scene. Um hmm. And then we're going to do scene done equals false. So that it doesn't circle back to here. So if define Ellie scene. So for now, let's test this by just printing Ellie in the Ellie scene function, and then let's just print Frankie in the Frankie scene function. So we're ready to begin. What do we want to do? We want to open the door. We're now in the woods, trace back, scene done is not defined. So over here, it's because I have the scene done function and I need to type it here. Perfect. Run it back again. I'm ready to begin. What do I want to do? Open the door to my home. And now I'm in the woods outside your house. What do you want to do? I'm going to look around. There's a path to your east and your west. The door to your home is behind you. And then let's say I want to go east, and it runs the Frankie scene. And then if I want to go west, east, west. Okay, so what I'm noticing here is instead of just running to the Frankie scene and stopping, it brought us back to the while loop and ran it again because it exited the while loop. Oh wait, I needed to set this to true and not false. And then that should take us out of this scene. And then I'm also going to put a print statement here that says game complete. So we know when we accidentally make it to game complete. So ready to begin? Yes. What do you want to do? I want to open my door. What do you want to do? I want to go east. Runs the Frankie scene. Is it still going to the while loop? Let's see here. So it does scene done true, while scene done equals false. Scene done equals true. I do want to set this to the bottom, but I don't think that's what we need to do to fix it. So let's see here. We have Frankie scene running, then scene done sets to true after the end of the Frankie scene, and that should lead us to ending the while loop, but it did not. Were you ready, Ben? Yes. Open door. What do you want to do? East. It always loops us back to the scene before. Well, can we do breakpoints? Can I just run this in debugger? Ready to begin? Yes, I haven't used a debugger in VS Code before, so we'll see how this actually works out. Open door. What do you want to do? I want to go east. We did a breakpoint, and we stopped at scene done equals true. So scene done should be set to true now. I'm trying to put another breakpoint over. Oh wait, it's right here. There we go. And then keep running. Oh, I just restarted it. Yes. Open the door. You know what's outside of your house. This is odd. Oh, it's doing a weird thing right now. That I always see this do. Which is why VS Code's a little weird sometimes. You just have like 10 debuggers running. Okay, debugging in VS Code, bad idea. I don't know how to do it. Close the debugger. There you go, rerun it. And trash all these terminals. And one more rerun. I think this one should be good. So what do we want to do? Open the door. Oh, we want to go east, Frankie scene, and then it's stuck in the loop. Okay. So while the scene is done, we want, you're in the woods outside your house. What do you want to do, Frankie scene? I'm going to run this. Yes. Open the door, go east. It's definitely running the Frankie, this one. So common ass action. If else, does anyone see what's up? While scene done equals false. Set it to true here, so that should exit us from the while loop after it finishes. Let's just go ahead and print. Scene done at the end of this, so we can see what's going on. Yes. Open the door. Outside your house, what do you want to do? I want to go east. Oh, do we not have a, because it says scene done is equal to false. Oh, wait, I did equals equals. Why did no one tell me? Oh, it's one person told me. Thank you. Here we go. Now this should all work as we expect it to. Trash this terminal. Ready to begin? I am ready to begin. What do you want to do? I want to open the door. Where do I want to go? I want to go east. Game complete. Perfect. Okay. So we now have two scenes going. And then So let's start this Frankie scene. And let's do something with the Frankie scene because another off common thing is that if you get something from one scene, you should be able to use it in a different scene. So let's say I'm thinking maybe we can put something in front of Ellie's door that she needs to help Frankie out. What would Frankie the ferret want to do? I actually had a pet ferret before. She was really sweet. But all she ever wanted to do was hop around. And I feel like Frankie wouldn't need an help getting an apple because Frankie would just be able to climb up the tree really quickly. We're gonna say, what if Frankie wants to go swimming in the water, but is too nervous because he doesn't know how to swim? Okay. If anyone has a better idea than that, let me know. But so let's open up the scene with some print statements. So we're gonna say you head east. You head down the east path and you come to a river. Or how about this instead? Maybe Frankie wants to cross the river, but he doesn't know how to swim. So we'll do you head down the east path, and come to a river. And then let's copy our same thing as before. Scene done equals false while blah 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 blah. And we're gonna do, well, what do you want to do besides the common asks? We're gonna look around. If action is equals look, then we're gonna say you see Frankie standing on the edge, looking frustrated and nervous. And then we can add other details, like we can hide things. How about one thing we do is, because we wanted to do this tree scene, what if like instead of, I was gonna say maybe we can have like there is the tree off in the distance. Or I'm gonna say not specifically there's an apple. I'm gonna say there are several trees on your right. And Frankie is standing on the edge of the river, looking frustrated and scared. And there are several trees on your right. And we'll take care of the tree scene later. But I'm thinking with my idea with the tree scene is that you're gonna walk up and you examine the tree, and it's an apple tree, and you can use that apple tree to give like maybe like Ada, like maybe you can give like Ada an apple because it's an apple. But let's do, there are several trees on your right. So then if action equals, oh wait, you come down the east path and you come to, oh wait, we also have to describe print. There is a your house is your house is to the west. There we go. Okay. So then let's do input. Hello, person that just entered the chat. So we're gonna do input for action. Okay, so if let's say the action is X Frankie, then what you're gonna do is print Frankie is standing on the edge of the river looking scared and nervous. Let's repeat what we said before. And then but however, if this is where we gotta get creative, and we're gonna say if the user tries to talk to Frankie, that's when something actually happens. And the user has to like figure that out. Because talking wasn't one of the things listed up here. So they're just gonna have to figure out talk is one of the keywords. So let's do print. You walk up to Frankie and ask what he is doing. So then let's do this thing. Or Frankie's all gonna be like, print Frankie, colon, space. Hey, hey. He's gonna be like stirring. Hey, hey, Jean. I'm trying to get across the river to get to the grocery store. But I just don't know how to swim. Here we go. And then we're going to do a narrator note. Or Frankie. I wonder if we can help him. So then we're going to do so I don't feel like coding the oh, another big thing we should add is at the end we should do I'm going to move common ask to the end of every period because I think a thing that would be helpful is if we do in one of the common asks that if you don't understand what they're saying, say, I don't understand that. You can do here, else, print, I don't know what you are asking. Perfect. Okay, let's code in this tree scene. Let's code in this tree scene and let's move Ellie away and let's do Ada here. We can do the Ada apple scene. So if action equals X tree, there are apple trees in the distance. And let's do more than X tree. Let's do list and let's do do a list and let's do X tree or X trees. Perfect. And if action is equals take apple or take apples, then we're going to do, this is where we're actually going to add something to our inventory. So let's do inventory dot append apple. And then again, print, you put an apple in your pocket. Awesome. And I see Adam's back from McDonald's. How were your ice cream McFlurries? So let's run this and see how it goes. So, catch up. Are we ready to begin? Yes, we are. What do you want to do? We're going to open our door, get out. So now you're in the woods. Look around. There's a path to our east and our west. The door to your home is behind you. It says, I don't know what you're asking, so I must have mistyped something. But, oh, I do that every time. Shoot. I print, I don't know what you're asking every time, but we can fix that in a sec. Hold on. Because it's only if else to all the common asks. Honestly, let's not worry about this yet. Too much coding. Okay. So they're saying door to your home is behind you. Let's go to the east. You head down the east path and you come to a river. Let's look around. You see Frankie standing on the edge of the river looking frustrated and nervous. There are several trees on your right. Your house is to the west. It's still printing them. I don't know what you're asking because it's still including that part. But then it says, so what do you want to do? Let me just start and I'll get to that point real quick. Yes, open door. Oh, what do you want to do? I want to go to the east. Look around. Okay, what do you want to do? Let's examine Frankie to check that. Frankie is standing on the edge of the river looking frustrated and nervous. Examine the trees. Examine tree. Did I not write examine tree as one of the things? Because that's the one that's not working. Or did I write into the wrong scene? I said, I have X tree as one of the tasks. Where are we? Because let's examine Frankie again. He's standing on the edge of the river, so that one works. If action is X Frankie, let's talk to Frankie. If that one's having problems. Oh yeah, it's because, hey Gene, I'm trying to get across the river to get to the store, but I don't know how to swim. Poor Frankie, I wonder if we can help him. So that one's working too. It's just, oh, it's because I didn't write in. And then these ones will work now. Ready to begin? Yes. What do you want to do? Open the door. What do you want to do? Go to the east. I want to examine the trees. There are apple trees in the distance. I want to take an apple. Put an apple in your pocket, and then I check my inventory. I still have keys and ropes in there, which need to go away, but I also have apples now. Awesome. We have our first inventory item. It's already 5:50, but we have our first inventory item. I feel like we're going to get through 2 scenes max. I need even more time. Adam wants everyone to check out his junk food corner in the Global Hack Week Lounge channel. Let me see. I'm checking the lounge. I don't see your junk food. I feel lied to. You're lying. Okay. So let's get to the next scene. See if we can finish the Ellie scene before we go. So, oh, it's not the Ellie scene anymore. It's the Ada scene. Ada. Ada Lovelace. So where's Ada gonna be standing? Let's set up this scene. Ada is gonna be in. Where should Ada be? Ada's gonna be in. Keep thinking water. What's outside? Trees. You see Ada sitting under a tree. Hold on, Adam, you have your own thread for your food? How do you all see these threads? I saw one thread the other day on Discord. I don't see any threads now. How do I get? Oh, I see it. I see the threads. I see the junk food corner. Wait, what the heck? Why does your McFlurry look so weird? Like, why is it your McFlurry orange? Is that your McFlurry? The orange thing? Everyone check out the Adam's thread in the lounge channel. He has some weird orange McFlurry going on. But anyway, Ada's sitting under a tree now. And let's try to get this scene done quick. We cram into not enough creativity in here, not enough time to go into full writer mode and describe in intense detail how Ada is sitting under the tree. So let's copy our quotes, get our common ass down, and then let's write I'm wondering if I have to global inventory. I don't think I have to global inventory here. Let's see. Oh, Adam, stop talking about your McFlurry. It's making me so hungry. Mars and Twix branded. I could really go for some chocolate, but I have to do some hackathon judging after this, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, because I love seeing your projects. But let's see. Scene done. False. Uh, let's get to. Okay, stop distracting me from my story. You're ruining my creative flow. Also, feel free. Is someone else dropping under here? Ada could have gone in a McFlurry instead. McDonald's branded McFlurry. Let's see. Okay, common ask. So then we have to do our classic action equals look. Look around. I'm just going to repeat the same thing because that's the only thing in the scene so far. We can edit this later. Print. You see Ada sitting under a tree. But if... Oh, I forgot to include the part where we actually get the action down. Here. See a McFlurry on the tree branch instead of... That'd actually be kind of funny. Let's do it. We see apple trees in the distance. Yeah, let's do that. You see something in the distance. See something in the... There is a box, or there's a cup on the trees, on one of the trees. So then instead of doing take apple, let's do take cup. And then let's do take cup. And we're going to do... Wait, take just one cup. If action equals take cup. And we're going to say append how do we make it not McDonald's branded? Le Flurry. You put a Le Flurry ice cream cup from Le Donald in your pocket. Put a Le Flurry ice cream cup from Le Donald in your pocket. Okay, that works. Creative. Woo. So if action equals give Ada Le Flurry. We need to do these lowercase. Ooh, we have to make sure people can't cheat by just using Little Flurry if they don't actually have it. Let's finish this text first. If action equals X Ada, I'm going to say print Ada looks tired. And if action equals talk to Ada, then we're going to print Ada. Geez, I skipped breakfast to code this hackathon project. I am so hungry. And then if you give Ada the Le Flurry, then we're gonna do hold on. If we give Ada the Le Flurry, stop accidentally running the code. We're gonna Ada. OMG, thank you so much. I was starving. And then, since the user just did something successful, I'm going to say, you feel, can we say? You suddenly feel like you earned a point. Brent, you now have points. And then we can keep another global variable, global points. And then we can use global points here. Global point. And we're going to do point plus equal, or point plus plus. Is that how you do that in Python? No, it's, oh, you plus equals 1. Yeah, that's how you do more points in Python. Point plus equals 1. What's this error for? You now have. What's this error for? Oh, it's because I need this comma outside here. There. Now it's right. Okay. And then in the common ask, let's add if action. I'm going to say if point in action. We're going to print you now have points. And we're going to add points to our global variable. Come on. Hey, we got to test this out. We just added a lot of code. Let me see the comments. You see McFlurry on the branch. We did that. Are you a fan of LeDonald's Monopoly? I guess it's Le Donald. It's like McDonald's, but it's fancier and the food is not fried, I guess. Um is that points variable where rank keeps track of everyone's global accuracy points? That would be exactly. Every point you get through my game, you get more points towards your guild in our or you get more points in our season-long contests and rankings. Oh, my stomach's growling. I'm hungry. Well, we're gonna wrap up soon so that I could eat. But let me test this. I want to complete the 2 scenes before we do anything else. So, are you ready to begin? Yes. Excellent. You wake up in your room. Text-based adventures include cans. What do you want to do? I would like to open my door. Error. Okay, let's see. What's the error? Um, point not defined. Let's see where this is. Which point? We have global. Oh, wait, we never defined point. That is a good point. Point should equal 0. Now let's do it. Ready to begin? Yes. Uh, open door. Point is still not defined. I just defined it. I should have actually checked. Oh, global point here. One more time. 3 times a charm. Would you be ready to begin? Yes. What would you want to do? I want to open my door. Another error? Wait, it at least continue. It said, I mean, never mind. It did not continue. Okay, so this one's requires string to be left operand, not integer. This is gonna have something to do with printing. You now have blank point. Let's see. If I checked what line that was on, this would go very differently. But let's see. Oh, this is no longer an existing scene though. It's an Ada scene now. Let's see, where else did we do points? You now have points. Let me rerun that and see where the error is exactly. Or it says, does it say right here? You head down the east path and not and where is this? Python 9 in game, scene 1, common asks. You now have points. What? Point in action. Is it? Oh, it's this is point. I needed to do point string, but I did point the variable. If point is in the action. Okay, yes. Open the door. 4th time's the charm. The door is open. We are out of our rooms. Okay, where do we want to go? We're going to go east. You head down east and you come to the river. Look around. There's several trees on your right. Examine tree. There's a cup on one of the trees. Take the cup. You put a LaFlurry ice cream cup in your from McDonald's in your pocket. I want to go west. We can't leave our house. We forgot to make it so we can go west. We cannot leave the river. Okay. We gotta go west, everyone. Let's see. Scene two, Frankie's scene. If action, final action. If action equals if action in a list of west or west, then we're gonna want to run the we gotta go back to scene two. This navigation. Now let's run again. Yes. I want to open my door. I want to go to the east. I want to take my cup. And I want to go to the west. I'm back outside the woods. I want to go to the west. Ada's sitting on the tree. Let me check my inventory. I have a LaFlurry. So now I have a LaFlurry in my inventory. I want to. Do we even code so that we can give Ada the LaFlurry? Oh yeah, give Ada LaFlurry. It says, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I was starving. You suddenly feel like you earned a point. You now have 1 point." If I check my points, I want to check my points. So we're gonna check points. I have 1 point. If I want to check other things, if I type in points, it'll also do that because I did have point in points. We have points in the text. So awesome. And we also have to make sure that if we go east, we can get back home. So if action equals east, or if action in e e or east, then we gotta run scene two again. And then that should get us back home. So now we have like base navigation down in between the scenes too. So I feel like that's a pretty big accomplishment in its own. Now, if we trash this terminal, then we should be able to go all the way east and all the way west. So what do you want to do? Open door. Then we want to go east. We come to the river. We want to go west. We go back to the woods. We go west again. Now we're next to Ada, and then we go east again, and then we're back in the woods, and then we go east again, and then we're back at the river, and so on and so forth. Our map is truly coming to view. Can we can't go back in our house yet, but it's not necessary right now. I mean, like, it's pretty easy to go back to the house, but for the sake of time, we're gonna skip over that part. Does anyone have any good stories going? Oh, Adam, you should definitely make your own. I was having so much fun making scene one last night. I'd really like to go through all the different mascots in like Blahaj so that we can help everyone, and Blahaj can be like the final boss. But I don't have all day to do this, and I'm starving because I haven't eaten lunch. I mean, not lunch, dinner. I haven't eaten dinner. Okay, since we're finished with the our first scene, the Ada scene, I'm gonna take a bathroom break and refill my water, and then we're gonna probably finish up the Frankie scene and everything else. Oh yeah, and then I'll show Blahaj, and then yeah, probably like 20 more minutes, and then we'll be done with this one. And then I'll leave you all to do your own things. If you all have your own story, make sure you send it to me or send me your GitHub link or something because I really, really want to see if anyone else created anything interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. And I'll leave my code on in case anyone wants to see it. And then I'll push this to my GitHub afterwards too. But be right back. Do your stand up stretch break. I'm going to do leaded stretches after this. Don't forget the leaded stretches. And I'm going to make sure you all are actually getting out of your bed. Okay, be right back. Hello, hello. I'm back and I got someone super special. It's my Blahaj. Okay, Blahaj is going to be joining us for the last of this as we do our last push to get Frankie help crossing the river. So I got a good idea. Instead, I didn't really have a plan for how Frankie should cross the river. And oh wait, I forgot leaded stretches. Stretch, stretch. 10 seconds. Move your arms. Move your arms. Wiggle. Do Blahaj wiggle. Dance, stretch, break. Everyone stand up, even though I'm sitting down. Okay, back to it. So, we should have Blahaj pick up Frankie and then bring him across the river. But he should fly instead of swim. Okay, that's the idea. So I'm gonna add to scene, and how we're gonna do that? I want to make it all happen in the same scene because we had Ada have like you needed to get a thing from the Frankie scene to do the Ada scene, but I think for the Frankie scene we should just have that all exist in one because that's supposed to be like the easy scene. So let's do this. Let's just like start by adding right here. Let's start by adding another thing to examine here. Print. You see a rock. You see a. I'm going to just say there is a rock like lump in the water downstream. So then let's do if action equals X lump. Or we're going to do two action here. It's going to be X rock or X lump. Or X lump. We're going to print the lump starts moving. Print. It is actually Blahaj. It's actually Blahaj. Okay, so move out of the way, Blahaj. And then if you go to talk, Adam, don't make your storyline dark. That's sad. Okay, so if action, you make it. There's a lot of good horror ones out there, but if action is talk to Blahaj, then we're gonna do. Blahaj is gonna say to us, "Hey, what's up? I'm just chilling in the stream, taking a bath. Sunglasses, smiley face." But if the user says, this, I made this, I need to do action equals. Okay, but then if the user actively says, talk to Blahaj about Frankie, Blahaj will be like, Blahaj is going to say, oh, Frankie needs help crossing the stream. I am on it. Then we're gonna print Blahaj. Gosh, I typed Blahaj so many times. Blahaj carries Frankie across stream, and Frankie thanks you all. Print. And what was the text I said at the over there? You suddenly feel like you earned a point. Point plus one. You now have blank points. Okay. So I think that's the end of our game because we can only have 2 points. I mean, like, we can say, like, once you earn if user earns 2 points, then we can, like, end the game. But I mean, I kinda wanna continue this one and keep working on it and finish it up, so I'm not gonna end mine yet. But I do have to end my stream to eat dinner. So let me read the chat. Okay, Adam's writing some scary horror story. He says, Prent, you wake up, there's nothing around you but eternal darkness. Blahaj horror story. The breeze around you flows chilled with an air of despair. Jeez, Blahaj, you better not hurt Blahaj in your story. Yes, Blahaj X Frankie, turn it into a hashtag. Turn it into a ship name. Blaranky. Blahaj. Someone said catch me up to speed. You just caught us at the end. You missed it. We made wait, actually, I can demo the game to you now. Let's see let's see if there's any errors in it. Okay. Let's trash this terminal, get us a brand new one. Okay. Here's the big reveal, everyone. Hello, welcome to my game. Wahahaha. My name is Danielle from MLH, and I prepared a beginner text adventure for you all. Use this to learn how text-based adventures work and inspire yours. Inspire yours. Are you ready to begin? Yes. So then we say, excellent. You wake up in your room. Uh, you can use in text-based adventures. You can use commands like L to look around and X item name to examine an item. Other keywords include, but are not limited to, push, pull, open, read, and take. What do you want to do? And we're gonna look around. We look around. We see a door and a mirror. Then we're gonna examine the mirror. Then you look in the mirror, you see your long neck and brown spots in your yellow fur. You look at the sparkly colors fluctuate around your body. You are Jean the glitchy giraffe. What do you want to do? And then they open their door to get out. You are now in the woods outside your house. Look around. There's a path to your east and west. The door to your home is behind you. I don't know if we can actually go behind you to your home, but we need to code that in. And then let's say we go to the east. You head down the east path and you come to a river. And then you look around the river. You see Frankie standing on the edge of the river looking frustrated and nervous. There are several trees on your right. Your house is to the west. There is a rock like lump in the water downstream. What do you want to do? And I'm going to say, we're not going to examine the lump yet because we're saving that till the end. But we're going to examine the tree. You see a cup on one of the trees. Let's take the cup. You put a LaFlurry ice cream from LeDonald's in your pocket. I'm gonna make it into a GitHub repo so everyone can play it themselves. And then we can spread it around. But then you can do so now we have the LaFlurry cup. So now we're gonna head back to west. And you see Ada under the tree. We're gonna talk to Ada. Did we never make a talk to Ada? Can you never I'm pretty sure we can talk to Ada, cause or did I not actually write that code? Oh, I wrote talk Ada. It's be What do you mean if you add sleep 3? Wait, Adam said if it would be more fun if you add sleep 3 between some of your text lines. What is that a reference to? We're gonna talk to Ada. So Ada says, "Geez, I skipped breakfast to code this hackathon project. I'm so hungry." So then we give LaFlurry to Ada, or is it give Ada LaFlurry? What is it? Oh, you suddenly feel like you earned a point. Now we have 1 point. Now let's see if we can get our second point. So we're gonna head back east to come back to the river. Um, oh, time delays between text messages. That would be cool. Not you all make that. Let's start a trend of text-based stories. Okay, look around the river again. We still have Frankie. If we talk to Frankie, Frankie says, "Hey, Jean, I'm trying to get across the river to get to the store, but I don't know how to swim. Poor Frankie, I wonder how we can help him." So then we examine the lump, and the lump starts moving. It's Ashley Blahaj. Talk to Blahaj. Oh, talk to Blahaj, not talk Blahaj. It's like speak Blahaj's language. Blahaj says, "Hey, what's up? I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling the stream. Not chilling in the stream, just chilling the stream, taking a bath, cool face." What do? Talk to Blahaj about Frankie. That one's kind of difficult, but I feel like people can figure that out. And there's an error. No, we went through all of that for an error. I should have done that first. Okay, what was the error? Reference before assignment? Point is reference before assignment again. Gosh darn it. Is it because I didn't make it global? I forgot to make global point. Yeah. Okay. Trash it, run it, but we're gonna speed run it this time. How to begin? Yes. Open door. Yes. What do you want to do? Want to head east. We're gonna cheat and we're gonna give. Wait. Let's go west and let's give Ada the flurry that we don't have. Give the Ada Le Flurry. You earn a point. Let's go west, west, and then no dystopian horror stories, Adam. No. Okay, what are we doing? We're going west. We're going east. We're going east to the river. We're gonna talk to Blahaj about Frankie. Oh, Frankie needs, and then Blahaj says, "Oh, Frankie needs help crossing the stream. I'm on it." Blahaj carries Frankie across the stream, and Frankie thanks you all. You suddenly feel like you earned a point. You now have 2 points, and that's the end of the game so far. Okay, I'm gonna push this code to my GitHub so everyone can like start their own stories from it or so on. Or whatever you all would like to do. Let me do that real quick. I'm just gonna copy and paste it and I'm gonna send you all the link so you all can either play it for yourself even though you already know how to solve it, or you can make your friends play it or whatever. Add file, create new file. Let's do Gene. What should we call the story? What's a good name for this? Gene the hero. Gene the glitchy hero. I think probably know that game. Okay. Create Gene the glitchy hero. There we go. Gene the glitchy hero is live on my GitHub. Why did Frankie cross the river? Because Frankie wanted to cross the river. That's why. Frankie can cross whatever river he wants to cross. Okay. There's the code to my GitHub repo with the game on it. You all can try it if you would like. If you would also want to build it up and add more creativity, feel free. I'll take your do what's it called? Fork my repository. Add on to it. Send me your dystopian Blahaj or whatever novel, Adam. Anyone else who has any cool text-based stories, hit me up with them. I'd like to see all your creativity. And that's all I have for today. Time for me to eat my lunch now. Um, anything else? This is a very dragged on ending to this talk. Bahaj, say goodbye. Bye. Blah 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 blah. I got I get a notification from Adam for a new story. Oh no. Okay. Well, I'll see you all later and feel free to message me about your stories and stuff. Bye. Bye. Everyone's still here. Everyone leave. Don't forget to check in. How long is it gonna be till the number of people and the thing goes down? I'm gonna end up being one of the first people to leave. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye for real now. Goodbye. Braha says goodbye. Okay, bye.